Trigger warning, while censored, this will feature body cam footage of a police officer killing a person of color. February 9th, Jonesboro, Arkansas. 22-year-old Jaden Prunty walks from the front door of his home to the corner store. Family says that's about 36 steps. He's walking back home from the store when an officer in a cruiser stops and makes contact with him for no reason other than there's drugs in the area and community interaction. When Jaden doesn't want to talk to him, the officer claims to smell marijuana. Jaden calls bullshit, says he's making him nervous and that he's scared, and then runs from the officer. Officer tackles him, pins him down. Jaden isn't struggling, but one of his arms is underneath him, and when the officer's trying to get it out, he says this to him.
I promise you, if that's a gun, it's not going to end well for you.
I know it's not.
He said, I know it's not. I think it's very likely that Jaden had a firearm, and that's why he was scared, and that's why he ran, but that does not mean that he wanted to harm the officer with it. Young black men get killed all the time for simply having a gun. Amir Locke. Before I show you this next part, this is what I think happened. I think the officer reached underneath Jaden and causes the gun to discharge, and I think it injures Jaden. He cries out like he's in pain. Then the officer shoots him twice. The officer claims that he was struck in the leg by that first muffled shot. He then ends up on his side, so now they're laying like in spooning position, and it looks like he puts his knee into Jaden's back, pushes away, raises up his firearm, fires once into his back, then raises up higher and fires into the back of his head execution style. We've seen lots of footage of police who think that their lives are in danger. They usually pull their gun and fire rapid succession until the danger goes away. Bang, 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 bang. But here he goes. And of course, the police have been great with the family. They released his name to the press before notifying the family, so mom got to find out her son was dead from the news. Then they released the body cam to social media and didn't tell them, so mom got to see her son murdered on Facebook. They won't release the dash cam footage. They haven't shown the family a medical examiner's report. They claim that Jaden was shot only once in the head. So that first shot from the officer that was less than a foot away from his back missed? And what about the first muffled shot where Jaden cries out? Did that not hit him? And yet a 22-year-old man who was just walking to the corner store is now dead because of an interaction that should have never happened in the first place. And we need to let Jonesboro, Arkansas know that we demand answers.